Hey, it's Rachel from All About Planners. In this video I'm doing a review of the Eccolo planner. So I previously did a review of a very different version of theirs, which was a wire bound with hardcover in a horizontal layout. I'll include the link in the description box below. This one, as you can see, is a sewn bound with a stitched binding and then a soft cover, so completely different. It's also a larger page size as well, so it is 8 by 10, which is a bit more than the usual medium, which is around 7 by 9, but less than a full page or a letter size planner. So if you're finding you need a bit more space but you don't want to lug around too much weight, this would be a good option. Because of the stitch binding, it is very lightweight. It's also quite thin. It's only about a centimetre thick. Has that cute gold foil cover, writing on the cover. Now it's dated from mid-2017 to end of 2018. However, they do put out new ones each year, so you can always get one for 2019 and beyond. So at the front it has the fairly standard dates at a glance pages. It starts on a Sunday, which is consistent with the monthly calendar. And after that it goes straight into those monthly calendars. All of them are clustered at the front of the planner, which I much prefer because then I find it's easier to find the month that I'm looking for, especially since in line with the usual with the hardbound planners, no tabs. So all of the monthly calendars at the front and then all of the weekly spreads at the back. Now it is a US calendar, so it has US holidays printed, also has a couple for Canada as well, so basically like Northern Hemisphere. Big lined sidebar, as you can see, notes and to-do. Nothing really decorative here, so it's very functional, maximizes the space. You can customize it however you like. It does have a dark blue. I don't know if it's showing well on camera, but it's dark blue, not black. In terms of overall functionality, I'd say it's really good. You know, everything's ticking all the boxes except for this here. So if you follow my blog, you'll know what I'm going to say. I really cannot stand when they split the boxes in two like that. It's kind of useless. There's not enough room to write. Then you've got all these big empty boxes up the top here. So the first thing I would do is white out that line, white out the number, and then use a date dot sticker or pen and just write the numbers up the top. Make it much more practical. I don't understand why planners do that, but so many of them seem to do it for whatever reason. So really big calendars for each day because it is that slightly larger page size. And after all of the calendars, we go to the weekly spread. So all the rest of the planner is just the weekly spreads. There's a couple of notes pages at the back, but apart from that, it's very simple, basic, probably why it's so thin. You've just got the essentials, monthly calendar, weekly spread. So this weekly spread, absolutely love it. My all-time type of favorite layout with the days of the week on one page and then notes and checklist on the right page. So it starts on a Monday, which is in contrast to the dates at a glance page and the monthly calendar, which started on a Sunday, and the weekends are combined. So two boxes share the same amount of space as one day, so you will need to squish it up a little bit. Those holidays for the US and Canada are pre-printed again on the weekly spread, so you get them on the monthly and the weekly spread as well. So I do like the horizontal layout. It would be even better if you had an equal amount of space for each day. Over on the right page, you get a big lined note section and also a to-do list. The to-do list is quite a generous size in terms of the width. Sometimes they'll bunch it up really small, and then I find that I need 2 lines for each task. I may need to do that in some instances with this planner, but it is quite wide. Just to give you an idea, it is about 2.5 inches wide columns, so it's quite generous for a checklist these days in planners. Then we have a reminders and a goals of the week and then little dates at a glance calendars. So I personally don't really understand why planners include that on the weekly spread when you can just go to the monthly. I find it kind of annoying, and it starts on a Sunday as well, which is different to the week over here on the left side, which starts on a Monday. So I don't know why they didn't just keep it consistent. The font is a bit hard to read, and I don't know why they've sort of changed it. I would have just kept it the same simple block font as the rest of the page. But it says reminders and goals of the week. You can always cover that up with some habit tracking stickers or anything else if you also don't like a monthly overview page. And then at the back of the planner, if I keep flicking, we'll go to the notes pages. Notes. Alright, notes pages. Big lined writing space. It is quite fat lines. I'd say that's just under 1 centimetre thick. And the other thing that I forgot to mention, with this planner, the pages are all laying flat. So even though, like this page here, you can see the stitching. So those pages tend to always lay flat no matter what type of sewn bound planner. But all the pages in between, like these ones here where you can't see the stitching, don't ever tend to lay flat. However, this one does straight from the get-go. I didn't have to break the spine or anything. I have my ceiling fan on at the moment, which usually flicks the pages closed when I do when I look at hardbound planners, but this one, it's completely laying flat. Probably one of the best lay flat planners that I've come across, which is saying something. So let's go to that pen test. In terms of the paper quality, it's bright white, it's very smooth to write on. However, it is a little thin, and for that reason, if I just flip to the back, it did have some ghosting on the back side, especially the marker pens, which is pretty typical, and then also the highlighters and some of the stamps as well. The paper quality is not too bad. It could be better though. It's okay. I've seen worse. And that is it for the planner. You get a little dates at a glance page for 2019, but apart from that, it's very just the basics: monthly calendar, weekly spreads, and then a couple of notes pages, and that is about it. So if you like this planner, is the Eccolo brand. I know that's not a brand name that's very well known, however, it is very functional, and I'll include the link in the description box below to the other review of theirs that I did, which was the horizontal planner. Don't forget to subscribe. I usually do a new planner review each week, sometimes two. The subscribe button is below the video. I'll see you in the next one.